All right, let's get into it. Today, we are going to tackle a leadership style that can totally shape your early career. We're talking about mastering the transformational leadership blueprint. It all really kicks off with a simple but powerful idea. Some leaders, they don't just want you to hit a target. Nope. They want to completely change how you think about your work, your own potential, even your entire career path. And yeah, it can be pretty intense, but trust me, it can also be incredibly powerful.
And look, this is exactly why we're talking about this. Let's be real, the single biggest thing that affects how much you like your job and how fast you grow is almost always your direct manager. Figuring out their style, that's not just a nice to have. It's a straight-up survival skill.
So, instead of just crossing our fingers and hoping for a good boss, let's actually get proactive here. We're going to break down one of the most dynamic, one of the most challenging, and honestly, one of the most rewarding leadership styles you're pretty much guaranteed to run into.
Okay, so let's put a name on it. It's called transformational leadership. And I know, it sounds like some big corporate buzzword, right? But the idea behind it is actually super straightforward once you peel back the layers a bit.
So what is it really? At its heart, it's all about this. It's not about just managing a to-do list. Think about the difference between a manager who says, hey, increase sales by 5%, and a leader who says, you know what, let's completely rethink how we connect with our customers so we can become their absolute #1 choice. See the difference? It's about inspiration, not just giving out instructions. And when you really break it down, the style is surprisingly simple. The main traits? Well, they're super motivational and they are always driving for change. They're just never happy with how things are. And their values? It's all about growth and making a real impact, way more than just ticking boxes on a checklist.
So this brings us to the big question, right? Are you working for one of these leaders right now? Let's move this out of theory and into your reality. We've got a quick checklist to help you spot this style in your own office. Okay, so as we go through these next few points, I want you to really think about your own manager. Picture them in your head. Think about the words they use in meetings, the things they praise people for, and how they react when someone brings up a new idea. Does any of this start to ring a bell?
All right, here's the checklist. Number 1, just listen. Are you always hearing words like vision, our potential, or phrases like let's really push the boundaries here? Number 2, watch their reactions. What happens when someone says, ugh, but we've always done it this way? Does your manager just nod, or do they challenge that thinking and push for a new approach? And finally, number 3, notice what actually gets rewarded. Is it just the person who hits their quota, or is it the person who tried something totally new, showed insane commitment and adapted to a crazy situation, even if the final result wasn't perfect? Okay, so if you've been sitting there nodding your head, then this next part is 100% for you. Because we're not just going to identify the style, we're going to give you the actual playbook on how to thrive, not just survive working for them. It really boils down to 3 core things you've got to do. First, bring the energy. These leaders feed on passion and drive. Second, you have to be adaptable. They're changing things all the time. And third, show your commitment. They are all in on a big vision, and they need to see that you are right there with them. And this is where you can really see the difference in mindset. You don't want to be the person who complains every time a process changes. No, you want to be the one asking, okay, how can we make this work? Don't just show up with problems. Try to bring at least one potential solution to the table. Seriously, these leaders have zero patience for the whole, that's not my job attitude. They're looking for partners, people who are just as invested in that big vision as they are. Now, I know this can all sound, well, pretty demanding. And to be honest, it is. But the payoff, especially when you're just starting out in your career, is absolutely massive. So let's talk about what the real prize is here. Here it is. The true reward here isn't just getting a good performance review. It's that you're literally forced to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like a leader. You learn how to see the bigger picture, how to truly own your results, and how to drive change yourself. It's a total mindset shift. Look, if you only take one single thing away from this explainer, let it be this formula right here. In the world we work in today, your ability to adapt is just as critical as the results you get. And working for a transformational leader, it's like the ultimate gym for building up that adaptability muscle. So try to reframe the whole experience in your mind. Is it challenging? Yes, absolutely. But it's not just a job. You're basically getting a masterclass in modern leadership, and you're getting paid for it. This kind of experience is what's going to shape the kind of leader you become when you have your own team one day. So now you have the blueprint. You know how to spot a transformational leader and, more importantly, how to thrive working with them. But remember, they're just one type. So the real question to leave you with is, what other leadership styles are out there waiting for you?
And will you be ready when you come face to face with them?